You're standing in the parking lot with 2 bags of groceries. 20 years ago, this would have been nothing. But today, your shoulders burn, your grip weakens, and you're wondering if you'll make it to the door without setting them down. Here's what nobody tells you. You haven't gotten weaker because you're older. You've gotten weaker because the muscles that power everyday lifting, your posterior chain, your stabilizers, your grip strength, have been quietly shutting down from lack of use. I'm going to show you 3 specific exercises that rebuild functional lifting power at any age. No gym required. And the best part? These aren't bodybuilding moves. These are the exact movement patterns your body uses every single day. Let's fix this. So what's actually happening when you struggle to lift things after 50? 3 critical systems break down simultaneously. First, neuromuscular coordination. Your brain-to-muscle connection weakens. When you reach for something heavy, your nervous system can't recruit enough muscle fibers fast enough. It's like trying to start a car with a dying battery. Second, posterior chain atrophy. Your back muscles, your lats, rhomboids, rear deltoids, these are the workhorses of lifting. But modern life has you sitting, hunching forward, scrolling. These muscles literally forget how to fire. Third, grip strength collapse. Studies show that after age 50, grip strength declines by roughly 1% per year if untrained. Your forearms and hands are the final link in every lifting movement. When grip fails, everything fails. But here's the science that changes everything. A 2023 study in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research found that adults over 60 who performed functional resistance training just twice per week for 12 weeks increased their load-carrying capacity by an average of 34%. Your body doesn't stop responding to training at 50, 60, or 70. It just needs the right training. Exercise number 1, the suitcase carry. This is the single most functional exercise you can do for real-world lifting strength. Why it works? Every time you carry groceries, a briefcase, or luggage, you're performing an asymmetrical load carry. This exercise trains your obliques, your spinal stabilizers, your grip, and your shoulders all in one movement. How to perform it safely? Start with something you can comfortably hold, a gallon jug of water, a light dumbbell, 8 to 15 pounds, or even a full shopping bag. Stand tall. Hold the weight in your right hand, letting it hang naturally at your side. Here's the key. Don't lean. Your core muscles should work to keep your spine perfectly vertical, even though one side is loaded. Walk slowly for 20 to 30 seconds. Focus on keeping your shoulders level, maintaining an upright posture, breathing normally, and gripping firmly but not strangling the handle. Switch sides, rest 30 seconds, repeat for 3 rounds. Joint safety modification. If you have shoulder issues, start with just 5 to 10 seconds per side. If walking is challenging, perform a static hold. Just stand in place while holding the weight. Why this protects your joints? Unlike overhead presses that compress the shoulder joint, carries keep the weight in a natural, gravity-aligned position. You're building strength in the exact ranges of motion you use daily. Exercise number 2, the resistance band row standing. This exercise resurrects your posterior chain, the muscles responsible for pulling, lifting, and postural support. Why it works? When you lift something off a table, out of a car trunk, or off the ground, you're pulling. But most people over 50 have never trained this pattern. Your lats, rhomboids, and rear deltoids have gone dormant. How to perform it safely? You'll need a resistance band or even a towel looped around a sturdy doorknob or railing. Stand facing the anchor point, holding the band with both hands at chest height. Step back until you feel light tension. Here's the movement. Start with arms extended, band taut. Pull your elbows straight back, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Think about breaking the band apart as you pull. Hold for 1 second at full contraction. Slowly return to start. Perform 12 to 15 repetitions. Rest 45 seconds. Complete 3 sets.
The critical cue: your elbows should stay close to your body, tracking backward, not flaring out to the sides. This protects your rotator cuffs while maximizing lat engagement. Breathing pattern: exhale as you pull back, inhale as you extend. Never hold your breath. This can spike blood pressure. Why this is joint-friendly? Resistance bands provide accommodating resistance. They're easier at the stretched position where your joints are most vulnerable, and harder at the contracted position where you're strongest. Modification for beginners: use a lighter band or move closer to the anchor point to reduce tension. Focus on 8 to 10 perfect reps rather than forcing higher numbers.
Exercise number 3, the dead bug press. This might look unusual, but it's the secret weapon for shoulder stability and core lift integration. Why it works. Every lifting movement requires your core to stabilize your spine while your arms generate force. The dead bug pattern teaches this coordination while keeping your back completely protected. How to perform it safely. Lie on your back on a mat or carpet. Bend your knees at 90 degrees, feet off the ground so your shins are parallel to the ceiling. Hold a light weight, 3 to 5 pounds, or even a water bottle, in your right hand, arm extended straight up toward the ceiling. Here's the movement sequence. Slowly press the weight toward the ceiling as if pushing a heavy door. Simultaneously extend your left leg out straight, hovering it 2 to 3 inches above the ground. Keep your lower back pressed firmly into the floor. This is critical. Return to start position. Repeat on the opposite side. Right leg extends, left arm presses. Perform 8 to 10 repetitions per side. Rest 1 minute, complete 3 sets. The stability secret is your opposite arm and leg working together forces your deep core stabilizers, your transverse abdominis and internal obliques, to prevent rotation. This is exactly what happens when you lift a suitcase with one hand while maintaining balance. Safety checkpoint. If your lower back arches off the floor, you've lost core stability. Shortened leg extension or reduce the weight immediately. Breathing pattern. Exhale during the press and leg extension. Inhale as you return to center. Why this protects your spine? By training core stability in a horizontal position, you're building the foundation for safe vertical lifting without compression forces on your desks. Let's connect the dots on why these 3 exercises work together. The suitcase carry builds unilateral grip strength and antilateral flexion core strength. Translation: you can carry heavier loads longer without compensating. The resistance band row reactivates your posterior chain pulling muscles. Translation: lifting objects toward your body becomes easier and safer. The dead bug press integrates core stability with shoulder pressing. Translation: your spine stays protected during lifting while your shoulders generate controlled power. Together, these 3 movements address every component of functional lifting: grip endurance, pulling strength, pressing power, core stability, and postural control. Research from the American College of Sports Medicine confirms that functional multi-joint exercises produce better real-world strength outcomes for older adults than isolated machine exercises. Here's your weekly protocol. Perform these 3 exercises twice per week with at least 2 days of rest between sessions. Week 1 to 2, learn the movements, focus on perfect form with lighter loads. Week 3 to 4, gradually increase resistance or time under tension by 5 to 10%. Week 5 to 6, aim for the full sets and reps. Week 7 to 8, add 1 extra set to each exercise. Track your progress by testing a real-world task monthly. How long can you carry 2 gallons of water? How easily can you lift a 20-pound bag onto a shoulder-height shelf? Here's what I want you to do right now. Pick one of these exercises, just one. Perform it today, even if it's a single set with the lightest resistance you can find. Because here's the truth. Functional strength isn't about how much you can lift in a gym. It's about maintaining independence, confidence, and dignity in your daily life. It's about not having to ask for help with your luggage, not worrying whether you can lift your grandchild, not feeling weak when life demands physical effort. You don't need to become an athlete, you just need to stay functionally strong. If this video gave you a clear action plan, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want more science-backed functional fitness strategies for staying strong at any age. Drop a comment and tell me, which of these 3 exercises are you starting with today? Your future self, the one who's still carrying groceries at 80, is counting on the decision you make right now. Let's stay strong together.